Hola YouTube, my name is Ricardo Lino and I'm a wheel addict. Today we're gonna do a review about these skates. And these skates are the Doop Swift 100s 2017. What's different in these skates compared to the previous Swift versions? Well, I had the 2016 version and I think it was the 2015. The yellow one was the 2015, yellow with blue and pink. And there was another one which was the gray with little pink and green details. That was the 2016. In these ones, I don't know if I'm saying anything wrong, but I think that the previous versions were 110 and these ones are 100s. Why am I saying these? Well, compared to the previous version, I felt these a little bit more stable. I don't know if it's because one is 110 and the other one is 100. I might be saying something wrong, but I do know that this frame is more solid than the previous version. It's still the most affordable frame from Powerslide, which is that folded aluminum one, but on this one you can see that it's reinforced, and then on this frame is rockable, which means that you can pull every single wheel up or down depending on what you want. I know that for a lot of people it doesn't make sense because it's a short wheelbase, and when you're skating with a short wheelbase you don't really need to rocker your skates. But I think it's a question of preference. For me, I like to, even on a short wheelbase, I like to put my front wheel up a little bit sometimes, but also depends on what I'm doing. These skates, I use them mostly for transportation. So as a transportation skate, I don't need to rocker the skates. So I'm not gonna rocker the skates, I just keep all the wheels down. I could pull them up and then I would be a little bit lower, which means a little bit more control. But until now, I've been riding with them down and I feel it works for me. Main difference between these skates and the previous version, I don't know if I can show you, but the previous version on top here had kind of like a fast screwing system, kind of, you know, those fast tightening systems for the bicycle seats. You don't need tools and you can just tighten the seat at any time, put it higher, lower, whatever you want. Well, it was something like that, but made for inline skates. But somehow that would come loose easier. So on this version, the latest version of these Doops, the Doop Swift 2017, they are not like that. They don't have that fast system. It's not really a problem to carry a tool, right? At least for me, it's not. I would rather carry a tool and be able to adjust them just like this. But the reason why these skates had that system that I just told you, it's because they're expandable. When you buy these skates, there's the small version that goes from European 36 to 42, and the biggest version that goes from 42 up. And the reason why I got this skate, it's because I'm supposed to shoot a promo video for Powerslide. Also, because I'm shooting that promo video, I did not want to take the heel brake out. I wanted to keep the heel brake. And let me tell you something, I've been enjoying it. I even learned some tricks with this thing. I think it somehow works, especially if you use your skates for transportation. The worst thing about these heel brake, heel stopper, whatever you want to call it, it's that it makes the skate longer. For me, that sometimes carry my skates on a scooter, it makes it a little bit harder to carry it. But other than that, I didn't really felt the toe stop hitting the other skate while crossing when I need to turn or something like that. I didn't really felt that as a disadvantage, and I did enjoy skating with it. I was also using these skates for filming this kid the other day. I was shooting a little promo video for like a kid skate for Powerslide, and I used these skates to film, and it was quite cool because I could control the speed instead of doing a T-stop or anything like that you do usually to control speed. I was using the heel brake without losing any control. So it goes a little bit against what I've been teaching people all my life. I've been telling people the whole time that you don't need a heel stop. I always give the same example, which is it's like having a car with one brake only on the right rear wheel or on the left rear wheel or whatever. It's not. I'm really enjoying it. So It's up to you, just try it. If you get these skates or if you get any skates with the heel stop, try it. You can even do some tricks with it, why not? At least I did enjoy it. Other than that, then these skates, they also have a front buckle instead of a strap. Some people like the straps better because they're like soft and all that stuff, but the truth is, this helps. You can tighten it a little bit more with this, at least in my opinion. I like the plastic, makes it a little bit more solid. Also, the buckle on top makes it more solid. And with these, you know, it's not going to lose any, how can I say that, when the Velcro is not gluing anymore. I don't know the word, so if you know the word, just let me know in the comments. I'm sorry about that. Then what happens also is, because it doesn't have that system that I just told you before, the one that is like a fast tightening system, then there's like a little shock absorber on the inside, which is this one. And this shock absorber used to get stuck in the skate. Now, because it doesn't have that system anymore, just as a screw, this one becomes loose. But I fixed it. How? Double-sided tape on the inside. Put it back in. Boom. No problem, won't lose it anymore. Then something cool, these skates, like I told you before, they're used mostly for transportation. So they have this thing in the back, which is kind of like a cool way to carry them. Then when you're done with this, just go here and let me see if I can do this. Oopsie! You just carry them like this. It's just a little detail. I don't know if you like to carry both on the same hand or whatever. Just a little detail. It looks quite cool. Then the collars. It's my favorite thing. It's, in my opinion, it's the best looking dupe so far. I like these different shades of gray, and I don't think it's white. Maybe it's white. I don't know. Just different shades of gray and super light gray, white, whatever it is. I think that's it. Also, now that you know about the skate, what do you need to know? Well, these skates roll fast. Like, they come with good bearings. They come with wicked bearings. I think it's ABAC 9 bearings. They come with wicked ABAC 9 bearings. The wheels, well, they don't roll as fast as undercover wheels, but they're still quite fast. I can't really complain about the wheels. The thing is, these wheels don't last as long as undercover wheels. So I took them for a ride in a really, really rough road, and then I can see right away that they go faster, but they're also a lot softer than the durometer that I usually use with undercover wheels. I usually go for 85s or 88. I think these are 85s also, but they feel softer. They're made in different factories, and that's probably the reason why I feel these ones a little bit softer. I like the undercovers more, and that would be something that I would change, but because I got these wheels to shoot a promo, I need to keep the skates the way they come. Now, the most important thing about dupes, it's this. And by these, I mean shoes. The shoes you're gonna wear will make these skates feel completely different. If you wanna ride them with something like this, or like this, like a regular running shoe, they do not work. In my opinion, it's the worst type of shoe that you can use. Why? Usually, the top of this shoe is soft, then the sole, it's not flat on the sides, it goes like a little bit like this. The more it goes to the ground, the wider it gets. So these doesn't really work with dupe skates. Also, the heel is higher, and with the shock absorber that I just showed you, you'll feel like you're too tall in the back. Then other than that, they're usually also a little bit pointier. So nope. These running shoes are not the shoes that you should be using with dupes. Then, these ones, well, they might work. I don't know, I haven't tried these ones. Maybe you can go to a wedding or something and use your dupes, but for me, nope. These ones, flip-flops. Yes, you can ride dupes with flip-flops. I wouldn't tell you it's the best. It can work if it's really, really hot. I remember a few years ago in Portugal, I did use some shadow skates with flip-flops and even sometimes barefoot. I think even Matthew Einemann, this pro aggressive inline skater, did like A lot of crazy tricks just barefoot with shadows. You can do it, but if on the other shoes I told you they're not stable enough, I think you got the answer here, huh? But at least they're like flat on the side. These ones. The back is too high. My favorite shoes to skate with Doops are something like these. Kind of like a flat sole, like I just told you. Round front, and then it's like a flat shoe. You don't want the shoe to have like the heel super high. And like I told you, you want the sides of the shoe to be flat. This is a chrome shoe, like a limited edition from Red Bull. It was given to me on a fixed gear event in San Francisco, 2013 or 14, I don't really remember. But these work really well. Also last year I did shoot a promo with the other Doops, the Doops, what was the name of that? I think it was the Doop Freestyle. They were like kind of beige and brown, and I used these shoes. And these shoes are some Gravies, let me see, Gravies Slims, I think that's the name of it. But they are super soft on top. The sole, like I told you before, flat on the sides. It does work, but even the shoe, it's like super flimsy. So it does not work as good as the ones that I told you. Something that I think it works good is these Converses, the All-Stars. These ones will work. These ones not that good. So I would go with a lower All-Star Converse or something like this. It doesn't need to be any of these brands. It can be whatever you want. Look what I just did. Not too smart, huh? Different shoes. And I think that's it. I think I explained to you what I think about these skates. If you're looking for a transportation skate or something that you can even share at home, like you want to buy a pair of skates, but it's not your main skate, but at the same time you want some skates that your wife or your girlfriend or your daughter or your son can use, this is a really good option. As a main skate, I wouldn't use it myself. But for a lot of people, that's what they're looking for. They use for skate for transportation and all that. I think it's not as stable as a Imperial boot, like the Powerslide Imperial or any other brands also have it. I think it's the Rollerblade Twister or the Seba FR. This is not as stable as that, but it's size adjustable. If you use it with the right shoes, it's stable enough. And at the same time, you can always adjust the place where you have the frames. If you feel like your foot are bending a little bit to the inside or to the outside, this is not UFS. On these ones, you can just adjust the frames to the side that you want, and they will correct your bad foot positions. Like if you're putting your feet too much on the inside or on the outside, you can just, if you put too much on the inside, you just push the frame here, and then you slowly gonna start putting your feet like straighter. So this should work. So I'll show you some clips from last week when my buddy Kevin James, he's from Canada, he lives in Barcelona, but he was in South Africa for holidays with his wife, and we went out skating, so we did film a few clips. I was with these skates.
I was about to take my shoes out. You know that?
Yeah, it's like just out of habit.
That's it. No 5 for me? You don't like it? Yeah. 5. I think I invented a trick. I want to call it a bubaka. That's how they call to that trick on BMX, is when they go, like, imagine this is a quarter pipe, you just stop here and then you come back. They call it a bubuka, when you just stop on the brake, on the coping, and come back to fakie. I did one with these, I want to call it the bubuka. Let me know what you think. Should I call it a bubuka, or do you have any other idea for that trick name? Other than that, the reason why I've been with these headphones here is because I'm using this as a microphone. Let me know if you like the way the sounds. Let me know if you like the way this video sounds. I'm just trying it. I have other microphones, but it's just an experience. I've been at home over the last week with my daughter. I haven't really been out, but I have a few ideas for videos coming, so stay tuned. If you're not subscribing to the channel, it's now the time to do it. Subscribe to the channel. I'm about to hit 4,000 subscribers, and I have a few new ideas to come soon. So just stay tuned, and thank you so much for the support. Cheers, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video.
Vou viver até quando